Hey everyone, we've got a bit of a problem in this V6 2008 120. The fuel gauge doesn't work. When you fill it up, momentarily, it goes all the way to full as soon as you drive it a little bit. That's what the gauge is on the whole time, 180 litres of fuel, 160, 140, 100, whatever. It does not move. It's on empty with the fuel light on. So let's have a look and see what we're going to do. All the information we have so far tells us that in the petrol engines, the petrol does a bit of damage to the sender units over time, and to fix this fuel gauge problem, usually you have to replace both sender units in the fuel tanks, which means dropping out both the fuel tanks from under the vehicle. You're going to need to put the vehicle up on a hoist to work underneath for both fuel tanks coming out. Right, so these two bolts out, one round the front there, out. You got two at that side. Bloody exhaust is going to be in the way, see? Yeah. Pain in the butt. And then that cover, it's just the cover, everybody, not the fuel tank, will come off. Lucky you got the boys here doing the job so that I can video. Trying to get that stupid V6. Hey, watch it, mate. All the V6 owners, they love their V6s, mate. They're bulletproof. They don't have any problems at all, the V6s. They love them. And there's the fuel tank left. Right, what's next? These fuel hoses, yeah? Correct. And open those two clamps. Yeah. That one's a bit hard to get to. It's pointing up to the top. Is that how it normally is? No, well, someone's been at it, yeah. Someone's been at it, exactly.
And they won't think of the next person. So
that's it, yeah. I reckon someone's tried to have a go.
Clip this because that's connected to the sender.
Yep, there you go, everybody. Nice and easy, the rear tank.
What are you doing around here, mate? What's going on up here?
Taking off the fuel hoses.
Right up the top there? Which one?
All three.
Okay, cool.
Hey, everybody, have a look at that. Pretty self-explanatory, people. Open the straps, but not before you got a stand or someone to hold and support the fuel tank. You having fun there with that one, yeah? A bit tight. That one's coming off. I cleaned this a lot, so there's not dirt falling into my fuel tank. Oh, a bit of pressure in there, huh? Yeah, release the pressure at the cap of run before you work on your fuel system. I think we forgot about that one. Special tools, mate. My, what a long one you've got. Get up there and get that hose off, you reckon?
Yeah, I can do it by hand, but just lazy.
Well, there's a fuel tank coming down. Then we got access. I really did a lot of cleaning on this because I respect your assistance with the job, so we can video it and show everybody in this nice clean workshop. So I really put heaps and heaps of water. You can see some of it was trapped under the straps and that, but is this not one of the cleanest you've seen that's 16 years old? That's bloody clean, mate, come on.
Not bad.
Not bad. All right, so that's where the fuel goes in and the air goes out. A couple of the fuel tubes there, all taped up nicely, beautiful. What are these three things here? What are you taking that out for?
This is the breather.
Yeah. Oh, that's the breather. Okay. Yeah.
Breather.
Looks like someone's working. Does that look factory or, you know, I mean that?
Yeah, that's factory.
Yeah, but it looks like Toyota wouldn't bend it around like that, would they? You reckon someone's been in here just taking over?
It's connected like that.
Yeah.
So, you know, and it clips in, so it has to curve around.
Do you reckon these screws have been undone before? Do you reckon someone's been in here and had a go at it, or not really? It's like they touched the tanks, they thought about it, but then they didn't really. Was this tape already broken? Because that's meant to be, is that already air? So that's sort of, because that's meant to be down there like that, and then that would have been over there. I reckon. No, I don't know. We'll have a look and muck around with that, but I reckon that tape, that blue tape, is normally around there. So this one's coming out for the gauge. So what's this one? Good test. Doesn't matter anyway. We'll get to it. Are we pulling this one out? Right, so we're not pulling this out or this out because it's all sealed. And to fix the fuel gauge problem, it's the sender unit, people, that loses its you know what and needs a new one. So we'll get this one out, show you the old one, show you the new one. Pretty straightforward job, this part. You can probably get a new seal under there, a bit of rubber, but I haven't replaced it before, so it seems to be pretty good still. It's not a bad option, so we'll get it out and show you. So that's the bottom of the pickup. So look, all the seal and everything looks good. Everything here looks clean. And the bottom of the pickup there. And don't use phones, devices near fuel at the servo, but hold it right over the opening of a fuel tank where all the fumes are, okay? Really nice and clean. Really nice and clean in there, so that's all good. So we'll pop that back in. And obviously the one with the wire on it is the sender unit, which will be coming out next. One thing at a time. Wear and tear, right there, people. That's all it is, wear and tear. No lubrication in petrol. It's cooked, isn't it?
We can test it.
We will. Later on, we'll test it. We'll give it to our electronics guy and he can do the resistance, and we'll do a whole separate video maybe. All right, here we go. We'll just have a bit of a look around up under here. Like I said, gave it a good clean, but there's a little bit of dirt there. Fuel on, pretty clean overall. When you fill up all the fuel, it goes down that pipe into the main tank, but you can see some of it will divert off the side into this one. Most of it goes that way. And once that's full, then of course the fuel is going to go into this tank as well. This tank's probably down to, not sure yet, I'm estimating 30 or 40 litres, but it should all be in that front tank, but there could be not much, we'll see, which is why I've got a spare 20 litres handy in case I ran out. Let's compare the old to the new, right? So this is the, which one's the old one, which one's the new one? So it comes with a seal, that's the good news. You don't have to buy that separately. This is the float. Here you have what goes on there as it floats up and down, and that sends, you know, it's a resistance change basically. That one, old and cooked. Have a look at the colour of it. I mean, it's been sitting in petrol for 16 years. The diesels don't have this problem. I'll say generally, there could be one, but the petrols, it's a really common problem. So let's get this new one in and bada bing, baby. We'll test it out before we do the other tank, actually, just for a bit of our own info. But I've heard a lot about these from people, because I don't do a lot of them, or any of them anytime lately. And people say you've just got to do both, because you do one and it might half fix the problem. It'll be a bit erratic still. So the way to fix it is both sender units. But if you're wise, I've got the whole assembly there for the front tank, because like I said, you look at the quality of all those components after 16 years sitting in fuel, plastics, all the gauge, you know, the pump's going to be worn. You just put a whole new one in there, good for another 16 years. That's the way I'm thinking. Right, there it is, new sender in the back. I'm not sure if that's going to make any difference. We'll test it out. Didn't bother mucking around testing it.
I'll pull this up now.
I retaped this, so that's much more secure. Wait till we get up there, mate. You got one off already anyway. Yeah, whatever, mate, you know. Look, a little bit of dirt. Never heard anything. It's pretty clean in there, so it should be right. Back up she goes. Just wanted to show you this sender unit. It is completely cooked. Let me see how close I can get and keep it clear still. Just have a look at that. That is just completely cooked. Too close, won't focus. Anyway, that's what the problem is on the petrol models. So I don't care, it's just what it really is. The V6 owners, they're bulletproof. Well, they're not. We all know petrol engines can do heads, where the diesel, the 1KD, the 1GDs, they don't do any heads. The 1KZ does. So it all sort of evens out on the maintenance and the repairs, because this doesn't happen on the diesels. Big job to get the tanks out and all these parts, whatever. But anyway, I'm just saying what it is, right? Fuel economy coming soon now that we can work it out, but that is cooked. All right, let's test it out now that the rear tank's in. Wrap this video up and we'll catch you in the next one for the front tank, because we're doing that too. All right, so just checking, we've got to tighten these. Fuel hoses are on, that's good. Have a bit of a look from this side up here. Hoses, clamps and everything on up there. Straps on, tank guard. It's looking pretty good. Bang. Look at that, mate. Beautiful. Job done. Catch you in the next video. All right, now with just doing the rear sender unit, let's take a look at the fuel gauge. And I'm pretty confident from the wear we've seen on that sender unit that it's going to be very good. So key on, and there you go. 3/4 full. That's around about what I thought would happen. We're still going to change the front one because I've got it. Plus there's a fuel pump in there. I just want it 100% reliable. And just because this worked this time, don't expect it's going to work for you every time. But in this case, it was a lucky one. That was the cheaper one of the two. It's the easier tank to take out. But that's definitely a video, bada bing. That's why you watch to the end, because if you want to be cheap, do the rear one first because it's easier and cheaper. But if you want reliability, just get the whole assembly like I did. It is very expensive for the V6, cheaper in the 150 Prado. It's only about, I don't know, 500 or 600, 700. Prices keep changing, but this one in Australia, close to $2,000. It's got the fuel pump. You can see the nice sender unit, good for another 16 years. The one that's in there, could be nothing wrong with it, so that'll be a good second hand for someone that hasn't got a lot of money, you know, 500 or something if you need one. It'll be the whole assembly like this with the pump and the sender unit. We'll get this one in, we'll make sure the gauge reading stays the same. Bada bing, catch you in the next video. See ya.